Gaming comfort food. We all have our favorite games that we tend to fall back on, and if you're anything like me, you fall into this endless loop of wanting to find a new game to obsess over like you used to do when you were a kid, but after only a few hours of playing, you find yourself getting bored, and by the next time you log on to play again, you either scroll the digital store for an hour, or you fall back to playing that same old game again for the 500th time. Hi, my name's Loaded Buggy, and I have a severe dependency on nostalgia gaming. Whether it's succumbing to the 2-week Minecraft phase, replaying Dark Souls 1 for the 10th time, or logging back onto Call of Duty Black Ops 1 for some bite-sized multiplayer action, I always seem to find myself relying on the games of my past and not allowing myself to fully let go and ride the wave of modern gaming. Am I really just stuck in the past, or is it that games these days just aren't as good as they once were? Games just aren't as good as they used to be. This is a common truth I frequently tell myself, but is it really true? Sure, there have been plenty of modern releases that have missed the mark, and we're all aware of the shortcomings of modern AAA studios. We've seen the horrendous launches of games like Fallout 76, Cyberpunk, or Battlefield 2042, and we've seen over-monetization of games like Warzone with their operator skins, Diablo Immortal with their full-blown pay-to-win microtransaction systems, and with games like Middle-earth Shadow of War with their single-player loot boxes. Games like these prioritize microtransactions over the actual gaming experience, and of course we've seen our fair share of games with sloppy writing too, like Forsaken.
Did I just do that?
Dragon Age Veilguard.
I could kiss you right now. I'm going to kiss you right now.
And 18 Wheels of Steel Extreme Trucker. Okay, maybe not that last one. That one's awesome. But is this really the norm? With every year that passes, there's seemingly another gaming masterpiece that releases that becomes an all-time great. We've seen it time after time with examples like The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Elden Ring, Stardew Valley, and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Samsung Smart Fridge Special Anniversary Edition. So I know that a lack of quality game releases isn't the problem. We are in what many consider to be the golden age of gaming. There may be a steep decline in quality releases from AAA studios.
I just moved it with my freaking mind!
But with indie gaming potentially at its all-time best right now, are the games really the problem? I think not. I say I can't move on from the games of my past, but that's not entirely true. I've enjoyed many modern games and spent quite a bit of time with them, but after my honeymoon phase ends, I revert back to my old ways and replay the same old games. So why is it that I can't move on? There are many potential answers to this question, and I think it varies from person to person. Maybe you're a tunnel vision gamer that's loyal to your one game, and you're seeing that game or game franchise you once loved fall apart in front of your very eyes. Part of me falls into this category. I used to be a diehard Call of Duty fan from Call of Duty 4 all the way up to Advanced Warfare, and Call of Duty was really the only franchise I truly stuck with. But as the games evolved and as I got older, I started to get a sour taste in my mouth. The gameplay was changing, the systems were changing, and what was once the optimal casual experience became a competitive sweatfest, and that just wasn't for me. Could I have shifted my focus to another franchise to fill that void? Maybe. But my love was with Call of Duty, and no other game at the time truly gave me the euphoria that dropping a nuke in Modern Warfare 2 did, or wagering 10,000 COD points in Black Ops 1 wager matches did. So I just stopped moving with the crowd and stayed behind and continued to play these same games like it was still 2012. It hurts to see the player count drop slowly day after day, but I just can't let go. I imagine I'll still be playing these games until the last lobby dies out forever.
Alright, the servers are officially down.
But watching a franchise go in a direction that I don't resonate with isn't the only reason for my nostalgic tendencies. Take Minecraft, for instance. I've been playing Minecraft on and off since its alpha phase in 2010. I first discovered the game from another YouTuber named Variax. He's an old-school Let's Play guy that's still uploading to this very day. He's a time capsule straight out of 2009. I used to watch his Let's Interactively Play Morrowind series and soon discovered he was playing a game called Minecraft with some guests.
Hello everybody, this is Variax and welcome to a special little Let's Play that I'm going to be doing.
I first took great interest in Minecraft's voxel-based graphical style and then was simply enamored with its sandbox survival mode. Do what you want, when you want, and most importantly, try to survive the night. It was simple, and clearly it caught on. Fast forward 14 years and I still come back to that game for the oh-so-common 2-week Minecraft phase. I've been able to share the love of the game with my 4-year-old son, and watching his discovery of the game brought me back to the time when I first fell in love with it. But unlike Call of Duty, I tend to love the additions that they've made to the game over the years. Sure, I was a little apprehensive of them adding a hunger bar and sprinting to the game after Beta 1.7, but after the initial shock, I learned to love this new era of Minecraft, and I still do. It's a game that has changed drastically, but I know I can rely on it to be exactly what I want it to be. A voxel-based sandbox survival game where I, the player, am in charge. But Minecraft isn't the only game of its kind. Survival games have come and gone throughout the years, and the Lord knows there sure isn't any shortage of arena-based first-person shooters. So why haven't I moved on to one of those? I think it's a matter of trust. When I was a young lad, I was limited. I had a handful of games at my disposal, and I either played them or I didn't. They were either good or they weren't. Call of Duty and Minecraft were two of the games that I could rely on. I knew exactly what to expect when I booted them up. They were perfect for their time. And have better games come along since the old days? Certainly. Some of the greatest games ever made have come along in the last 7-8 years, and yet for some reason I can't quite let these games go. And I don't think I ever will. But the iceberg goes even a little deeper. I talk about games like Call of Duty and Minecraft, but these games are designed to be infinitely replayable. So what about narrative-driven games? Some of my favorite games of all time are because of the story. For instance, Assassin's Creed 2. I still consider this to be the best in the franchise, but not for its gameplay, for its story. Ezio Auditore de Firenze. He's still my favorite individual protagonist in gaming. Ezio's evolution of a reckless and cocky young man that, by the end of Assassin's Creed Revelation, slowly turns into the wise, calculated master assassin that we all know and love. It's a joy to watch unfold and has left a lasting impression on me ever since I played it back all those years ago. Is it the greatest story ever told? Certainly not, but from my 14-year-old perspective, it was. And to this day, I can't think of another narrative in gaming that is so ingrained in my brain as Assassin's Creed 2. Many games have come along that may have outdone Assassin's Creed 2 in the story department, but yet, this one's my favorite. I believe that the timing as to when I experienced these games makes all the difference. Life was simpler back then. No responsibilities, no worries, and I had all the time in the world to focus on games for countless hours, and now that I'm older, I'm hesitant to relinquish the little free time I do have to a game I can't fully depend on. So is the problem that I can't move on, or is it that I won't move on? Does nostalgia really have an iron grip around me, or am I clinging on to it for dear life? I think we both know the answer to that question. I'm Loda Buggy. Nostalgia is my drug, and no, I won't go to rehab.